What is going on, everybody? It's me, Nico, and we are back again in one of those very original videos where we play a Mario game without collecting a single coin. Let's be real, these coins are lying around everywhere in all of the Mario games, and it's disgusting. No one knows for how long this coin has been sitting there, and you want to collect it and risk catching a disease? What the heck is wrong with you? I'm not taking the risk, which is why today we are going to be playing Super Mario Bros. 3 and we will attempt to beat the game without touching a single coin. The rules are simple. Super Mario 3 has this blue bar in the bottom of the game at all time, and in it we can see our total coin count. We want this lovely number to remain at 0 at all time. Now, Super Mario 3 has the warp whistle, which allows you to go to World 8 in a matter of minutes, but that would be boring. We won't be using any warp whistles unless really necessary. This means we are going to attempt to beat every level in every world in this game. And throughout the game you will visit toad houses and collect some items, which hopefully will be of great use in this quest. Now that everything has been explained, it's time to start the quest and see if it's possible to beat Super Mario Bros. 3 without touching a single coin. Let's go! World 1-1 is the tutorial level, so obviously we won't have any problem completing it as the only coins are located over there, but we can just go under them. World 1-2 is kind of the same thing, not a lot of coins in here. Usually you'll want to hit the P-switch over there and enter that pipe, but for this quest I wouldn't do this if I were you. World 1-3 does feature a couple of coins which require to jump above them or to go under them, but nothing that will be very challenging. World 1-4 is the first auto-scroller level, and this one does feature a couple of challenging spots, like this part with the L-shaped blocks where you must squeeze in between using the leaf power-up. Besides that, this level is not really difficult. World 1-Castle is up, and this castle doesn't contain a single coin, so this will be a breeze. World 1-5 starts off with a fun slide which... oh, seriously? This slide leads to coins. How was I supposed to know that? Come on. So just be very careful when sliding down at the beginning, but besides that, the rest of the level has nothing worth discussing. World 1-6 will teach us about a mechanic that I didn't know about in Mario 3. You see, when you hit the end card over there, if there's an enemy on screen, it turns into a coin that you automatically collect. Yay, deja vu. This means that when you see an enemy near the end card, you'll want to get rid of it at all cost. Thankfully, this first enemy here is a Koopa Troopa, so let's just kick it out of here and we're done. World 1-Airship is next, and thankfully, just like the fortress, it doesn't contain any coin. Defeat Larry Koopa and Grassland is a thing of the past. We can now move on to World 2, Desert Land. World 2-1 does feature a couple of coins, but they're all located inside of that pink cage, so just walk over it and you'll be okay. Watch out for this block enemy at the end of the level, and then you're done. World 2-2 does feature a lot of coins that will stand in your path if you stand on this little floating platform here, but thankfully you can just jump down and swim to safety. World 2-Castle is up, and just like the previous castle in the game, it doesn't contain a single coin. World 2-3 is pretty easy at first, that is, until you reach out this end part. So you see, you're supposed to knock those Koopas and use their shell to break the blocks in order to enter the orange pipe over there. But as you can see, the Koopa shells hit some blocks containing coins, which makes you collect 9 shameful coins. There's no way of skipping this level, sadly. Is this the end of the quest already? Well, before calling it quit, I had an idea I wanted to try. If you have a leaf power-up, you can use your raccoon tail to break blocks. So I had this idea of getting rid of the Koopa and then breaking all of the blocks myself. But sadly, the space with the two Koopa is so tight that there's no way to hit a Koopa, grab its shell, and remove it. But I had one final idea I really needed to try out. So what if we enter this level with a fire flower, then defeat those two Koopas with well-placed fireballs, only to go back to the beginning of the level and grab the leaf power-up to then break the blocks using the Tanuki tail. Oh my gosh, it works! I can't believe this far-fetched strategy was the good one. World 2-3 is finally done, so we can move to World 2-Quicksand. This is the infamous level with our buddy the angry spooky sun. The level in itself doesn't feature a lot of coins, but I was kind of afraid of this sun as it follows us throughout the level and eventually gives out a coin when hitting the end card. Thankfully, the sun is not as powerful as it looks, as you can just grab a Koopa shell and just defeat the sun that easily. Yep, problem solved. World 2-4 does feature this really tricky jump in between those two coins over there. I tried many times to do that jump, but I never managed to actually do it. I tried going up the secret path at the beginning, but it's full of coins up there, so I'm not sure this is a better spot for us. Eventually, I just realized that you can get enough speed to just fly above the tricky coins. Wow, why didn't I think of this earlier? World 2-5 is really easy. Just make sure you have a Koopa shell to defeat this chain chomp near the end card and you'll be good. World 2-Pyramid doesn't feature any difficult part, so it will be done in no time. World 2-Airship is up, and once again, it doesn't contain any single coin, so you can just defeat Morton and this world is done. Welcome to World 3, Waterland, a place where I'm sure we'll find tons of underwater levels. Would you look at that? World 3-1 is an underwater level, but no worries, it's super easy. World 3-2 features those annoying cheap sheeps that are very troublesome when trying to crouch under the coins over there. What a bunch of meanies. Just try dodging them while also dodging coins and you'll be done. World 3-3 is divided in two parts, and the first one is quite easy, but this second one does contain a fair amount of evil coins that you must dodge. This part is especially cruel as you can't really do anything about it without a Tanuki leaf. Grab one and watch for the tide of the water and then make a jump for it and you will make it eventually. Trust me, it takes a lot of tries and you gotta time it right to make that jump, but it is possible as you can see. World 3-Castle continues the tradition of castles not having any coins, so let's just move on. World 3-4 is next, and there's this pool of water here, where you're supposed to bounce on invisible blocks to be able to climb, but those blocks will give out a coin, so just use a leaf and fly above it. There you go. There's a random Lakitu that pops up near the end, so you'll have to fly to defeat it before hitting the end card to avoid any coins. But you have plenty of space to gather up the speed needed to fly, so it's not a problem. World 3-5 is pretty easy and doesn't contain that many coins, so there's not much to say about it. World 3-6 is easy up until the very last part, which features those spinning platforms that can bounce you right into those 3 coins. Wow! Thank you, spinning platforms of death. World 3-7 is pretty easy and features a new kind of enemy, the cutest fishy bubkins ever created. Ooh, they're so cute! World 3-Castle number 2 is up, and guess what? It doesn't feature a single coin. World 3-8 is a very annoying level because of this boss bass that keeps swimming left and right, waiting to eat you alive. You'll have to stop and wait at some points for the water level to rise or lower depending on where the coins are located. It's pretty annoying, it's kind of hard, but it's not impossible. World 3-9 is up and it's quite easy, and this is really a relief after the boss bass level that we just did. World 3-Airship doesn't contain a single coin, so you'll easily make it to the end to defeat Wendy Koopa, and World 3 is now done. Next up is World 4, Giant Land, and you'll see why it's called that real quick. Everything is big, big pipes, big plants, big blocks, but thankfully, small coins. World 4-1 is not really difficult, as the only coins that could be considered tricky are over there, but you can just glide over it. There you go. World 4-2 is pretty easy too and doesn't feature any difficult part. World 4-3 does contain some tricky parts, which will require a leaf power-up to clear, as you can't really make it without it. Beside that annoying part, the rest of the level is a cakewalk. World 4-Castle is next, and guess what? No coins. World 4-4 is set underwater, but it doesn't contain any dangerous coins. World 4-5 is also pretty easy, as most coins are up high in the sky, so just don't go there and you'll be good. World 4-6 is next, and it's really easy and it doesn't feature any difficult coins, so you'll be done in no time. World 4-Castle number 2 is like all of the castles so far, coinless. And to be honest, 4-Airship is exactly the same, no coins in here. Defeat Nicobbq and World 4 is a thing of the past. Welcome to World 5, Skyland, which funny enough doesn't start off in the sky. World 5-1 starts off quite easy. There's just this staircase part over here where you'll want to get rid of those enemies before you jump, but that's it really. World 5-2 is pretty easy, just make sure not to fall down as there are some mean coins down there. The rest of the level is pretty easy. World 5-3 does contain a couple of very spoopy jumps featuring evil coins, but you can thankfully just run under those coins and use a leaf glide for this one over there. This level will be done in no time. And now, welcome to the brand new quiz game. Will World 5-Castle contain any coins? Cast your vote right now. If you said no, good job. It doesn't have a single coin. Yeah. World 5-Tower is up, and the inside part of this tower have no coins at all, but once you arrive outside, there are a couple of coins. This will lead to a couple of tricky jumps, but just crouch jump and glide with the leaf and you'll reach the end of this level in no time. There you go, now we're in the sky. World 5-4 is pretty easy, but for some reason, some evil developer decided to put a Nicobbq near the end card, so make sure to kill it before touching the card. World 5-5 is next, and here's my tip, do not enter this pipe. Near the end of the level, you'll have to take damage to be Small Mario to make it under those very tricky coins, but the rest of the level is pretty straightforward and this level is done. World 5-6 is very tricky, because you'll have to jump on those para beetles while dodging the coins located up there, but the hardest part is definitely this one over there, which requires 2 pixel perfect jumps in between those coins. This is so difficult, because you need to bounce on those node blocks and land exactly in between the coins, twice! It took me forever, but I can assure you that this is possible. It's just insanely difficult and requires many hours of trying. You actually need to be Small Mario if you want to fit in between the coins. I couldn't do it with Raccoon Mario. And you know what? After suffering through this, you are now Small Mario. And what's on the other side of this pipe? A Nicobbq. Again! Except this time, you can't just fly to defeat it. No, you gotta suffer, dude. You have to make one of the most precise jump ever to land on top of Nicobbq, and then you gotta sprint to the end card before he respawns. Because yes, I did not mention this before, but if you kill a Nicobbq, it comes back after 5 seconds. How evil can this game get? I eventually was very lucky and defeated Nicobbq and won this level. At least World 5-7 is pretty easy, but it does feature a Nicobbq at the end again. Thankfully, this time you can have a raccoon suit with you to defeat it. Phew! World 5-Castle number 2 does contain fireballs coming out of the ceilings and floor, but all of the coins are inside those blocks there, so just don't bounce on them and you'll be done in no time. World 5-8 is a Lakitu level. Yay, more Lakitus to kill near the end card. World 5-9 is an auto-scroller which doesn't contain any coins. But guess who's waiting for us near the end card? Yeah, a Lakitu. World 5-airship is easy, and guess what? It doesn't feature a single Lakitu. Finally! I was starting to fear that Lakitu would be in every single level until the end of the game. Defeat Roy Koopa, and there you go. We can now visit the mandatory Ice Land. What would a Mario game be without a snow-themed world, am I right? Welcome to World 6-1, which isn't very tricky. Just have a raccoon suit and you'll beat it easily. World 6-2 has a couple of parts that look tricky, but they're not at all if you just take your time and do some really precise jump. It looks way harder than it actually is. World 6-3 only has one tricky part, and it's actually over here, where you have to jump on the right in order to make this platform spawn, but you can't just jump too high as those 3 coins are located right over there. But yeah, it's not that difficult, just you gotta pay attention, that's it. World 6-Castle is a castle, and can you believe it actually features coins? And really annoyingly placed coins, if I can say it. Like, what the heck are you supposed to do here? I tried crouch jumping, I tried jumping above the coins, but yeah, there's nothing I can do, sadly. But thankfully, I collected a lot of items in the Toad houses, so a quick P-Wing will save us from this bad level. World 6-4 contains those annoying spinning platforms again, and this part could have been tricky, but this fire jump actually helped me dodge all of those coins. Thank you, my dude! World 6-5 is kind of a maze where you must fly up above to the end of the level, but thankfully it doesn't contain any difficult coins. World 6-6 is quite easy too and will be done in no time. World 6-7 does feature a lot of coins, but they're all placed in a way where you must stand on those donut-shaped platforms for long enough to actually grab them. So just keep on jumping over and over again like a rabbit, and this level will be a thing of the past. World 6-Castle number 2 is all made out of ice, but it doesn't contain any coin, so yeah. World 6-8 is pretty easy and it's made out of grass. Come on, Nintendo, it's the Ice World, did you forget about it? What the heck? World 6-9 is set in an ice cave, but there's not a lot of coins in here, so let's just move on. World 6-10 has a lot of coins that are inside those ice blocks. Just don't use a fire flower and those blocks won't melt and you'll be good. World 6-Airship doesn't contain a single coin, so just defeat Lemmy Koopa and you'll end up in World 7 Pipe Land. World 7-1 asks you to climb up this tower using those pipes, but it's quite easy to avoid any coins. Make sure not to use the pipe to go up here, just go around on those bouncing node blocks or else you'll end up in a place full of those ugly coins. World 7-2 does contain a lot of pipes, but it doesn't contain a lot of coins. World 7-3 marks the return of our boy Lakitu, and once again, he's annoying and I hate him. Lakitu, you suck, get out of here. World 7-4 takes place underwater and the level does contain a couple of bad coins, but you can easily fit right under them and you'll be all good. So technically for World 7-5, you're supposed to jump to create a bridge out of those invisible blocks, but doing so gives you deadly coins, so this is a no-no. Grab a leaf and fly above the pit and you'll be done with this level. World 7-Castle looks like a big problem for this run. You see all those blocks? Well, you're supposed to hit the P switch to turn them into coins to be able to proceed to the next part. But obviously, we can't do that here. Thankfully, it looks like Nintendo wanted us to succeed as there's a pipe hidden up there which leads right to Boom Boom. Nice! World 7-6 asks you to use those elevator platforms to go up, and there will be coins as you go, but they can be easily avoided, so you don't have to worry about it. World 7-7 is just plain weird. You collect stars and you run on those munchers to get to the end, but what is this supposed to be? Flappy Bird? This is plain weird, but quite easy. World 7-8 is also pretty easy and doesn't feature any dangerous coins. World 7-9 does contain some coins, but they're all on a path you're not forced to go to. Just go around and you'll be done. World 7-Castle number 2 doesn't feature any coins, and the same can be said for World 7-Muncher and World 7-Airship. Yep, that's it. Defeat Ludwig von Koopa and we are done with this world. We are now in the Darkland, the final world. Wow. Let's start off with World 8-Tank, which, just like all of the airship levels that we previously went to, doesn't contain a single coin. World 8-Boat is just more of the same, it doesn't contain any coins either. Next up, we have the 3 Evil Hands level. The first one is pretty easy as it pits you against the Hammer Bros, but no coins are there. The second one is way trickier as it does contain a lot of coins, so you'll have to make some really precise and very tricky jumps if you want to make it to the end. The third hand level is just like the first one, pretty easy and doesn't contain any difficult coins. World 8-Airship is once again a level without a coin. World 8-1 is next and is quite easy in this quest as there are no difficult coins at all. World 8-2 doesn't contain too many dangerous coins, but it does contain the evil sun that wants us dead, except this time we have no Koopa shell to defeat it. Uh-oh, this is quite a problem, and it might be our first mandatory coin to collect. No, so close. Why? No, wait a minute. Nintendo is really on our side for this quest, as at the beginning of the level, if you go down this quicksand over here, you have a shortcut to the end of the level. Just make sure to take the shortcut while having a raccoon or tanuki suit to dodge all of those coins, and then you'll be taken to this part here, which is kinda near the end of the level. But being there via the shortcut skips the part where the sun appears, so we can actually finish the level without the sun. Nice! World 8-Castle is up and it doesn't contain any tricky coins, so we are good. World 8-Tank number 2 is just more of the same and doesn't have a coin. Time to enter World 8-Bowser, the final castle, the epic finale, the great... Oh, it's done, and it doesn't contain a single coin. Alright, okay, cool, sure, whatever. The boss fight against Bowser is pretty easy, and there we go. Bowser is gone, the princess is saved, and Mario is poor. Mission accomplished. Is it possible to beat Super Mario Bros. 3 without touching a single coin? Yes, it is. It's actually quite fun and has a couple of challenging parts. So if you're into that, I suggest trying this challenge. It was really fun to do. Thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. I hope you had a blast watching it. And if you enjoyed, make sure to give me a like, as those videos are actually quite challenging to make. Subscribe to the channel for more in the future, and make sure to tap the cards on screen right now to watch even more of those fun challenges. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.